Hello and welcome. Today we bring you the most inspiring quotes from Mahatma Gandhi that will change your life. And remember, Martin Luther King Jr. took the Gandhi approach during the struggle of equality in America. Now we begin with this quote of Mahatma Gandhi when he said, "Each night when I go to sleep, I die. And the next morning when I awake, I am reborn." Man should forget his anger before he goes to sleep. Men often become what they believe themselves to be. If I believe I cannot do something, it makes me incapable of doing it. But when I believe I can, then I acquire the ability to do it even if I didn't have it in the beginning. Many people, especially ignorant people, want to punish you for speaking the truth, for being correct, for being you. Never apologize for being correct or for being years ahead of your time. If you're right and you know it, speak your mind. Speak your mind, even if you are a minority of one. The truth is still the truth. Champions are made from something they have deep inside of them, a desire, a dream, a vision. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. The future depends on what you do today. Remember that all through history, there have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time they seem invincible. But in the end, they always fall. Always. Silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. They cannot take away our self-respect, even if we do not give it to them. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. First, they ignore you. Then they laugh at you. Then they fight you. Then you win. Faith is not something to grasp. It is a state to grow into. When every hope is gone, when helpers fail and comforts flee, I find that help arrives somehow from I know not where. Supplication, worship, prayer are no superstition. They are acts more real than the acts of eating, drinking, sitting, or walking. It is no exaggeration to say that they alone are real all else is unreal. Our ability to reach unity in diversity will be the beauty and the test of our civilization. The world has enough for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed. There is no path to peace. Peace is the path. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. A man is but the product of his thoughts. What he thinks, he becomes. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment, and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. The seeker after truth should be humbler than the dust. The world crushes the dust under its feet. But the seeker after truth should so humble himself that even the dust could crush him. Only then, and not till then, will he have a glimpse of truth. The greatness of humanity is not being human, but in being humane. Fearlessness is the first requisite of spirituality. Cowards can never be moral. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no results. The only tyrant I accept in this world is the still small voice within. A coward is incapable of exhibiting love. It is the prerogative of the brave. Nonviolence is a weapon of the strong. The day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace. There are no goodbyes for us. Wherever you are, you will always be in my heart. My life is my message. I believe in the fundamental truth of all great religions of the world. Yes, I am. I am also a Muslim, a Christian, a Buddhist, and a Jew. Of all the evils for which man has made himself responsible, none is so degrading, so shocking, or so brutal as his abuse of the better half of humanity, the female sex. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. I hold that the more helpless a creature, the more entitled it is to protection by man from the cruelty of humankind. It is health that is real wealth, and not pieces of gold or silver. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. There is more to life than increasing its speed. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err. The future depends on what we do in the present. Man often becomes what he believes himself to be. If I keep on saying to myself that I cannot do a certain thing, it is possible that I may end by really becoming incapable of doing it. On the contrary, if I have the belief that I can do it, I shall surely acquire the capacity to do it, even if I not have it at the beginning. You can chain me. You can torture me. You can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. The true measure of any society can be found in how it treats its most vulnerable members. It's easy to stand in the crowd, but it takes courage to stand alone. Where there is love, there is life. Our greatest ability as humans is not to change the world, but to change ourselves. Service without humility is selfishness and egotism. Poverty is the worst form of violence. I call him religious who understands the suffering of others. Truth is one, paths are many. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. See the good in people and help them. Hate the sin. Love the sinner. When I despair, I remember that all through history, the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they can seem invincible, but in the end, they always fall. Think of it, always. There are 2 days in the year that we cannot do anything. Yesterday and tomorrow. It's the action, not the fruit of the action, that's important. You have to do the right thing. It may not be in your power, may not be in your time, and there'll be any fruit. But that doesn't mean you stop doing the right thing. You may never know what results come from your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no result. Your action expresses your priorities. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. The real love is to love those that hate you, to love your neighbor even though you distrust him. Satisfaction lies in the effort, not in the attainment. Relationships are based on 4 principles: respect, understanding, acceptance, and appreciation. I first learned the concept of nonviolence in my marriage. Even if you are a minority of one, the truth is the truth. Your beliefs becomes your thoughts. Your thoughts become your words. Your words become your actions. Your actions become your habits. Your habits becomes your values, and your values become your destiny. These are the great wise words of Mahatma Gandhi. His timeless wisdom and philosophies had the significant power to change the hearts of individual people and entire societies for the betterment of all human beings. These quotes encapsulate Gandhi's wisdom, his compassion, and his belief in the power of non-violence, service to others, and moral progress of mankind. From humble beginnings, I pray that we have the fortitude to embrace Mahatma Gandhi's wisdom found in these quotes, which can liberate our minds to stand up for truth and justice for all mankind. May we find our moral compass and cleanse our hearts in order to live a life of service to others. Comment below which quote resonates with you most. If we brought you value, subscribe to the channel for more enlightenment and words of wisdom from the most prolific minds throughout the centuries that ever lived, for our self-improvement and continued growth on this journey called life. And remember this quote of Mahatma Gandhi when he said, "Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever." Until next time, stay safe, stay motivated, and thanks for watching The Growth Mindset.